Hey everybody, hope you can hear me. It's Dr. Levi, the gamer's doctor, the eSports doctor. Happy to be with you today. Today is March 11th, 2017. Great day here in Los Angeles. This morning I had the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure run by Dodger Stadium. It was a great morning. A lot of great people, beautiful weather, as usual here in LA. We had a cold and kind of rainy part several weeks ago, but now everything is really just much better, and the weather was great today. So listen, today we're going to talk about OSU, OSU, a really, really intense game that I've gotten a lot of comments about and questions about, exercises for that and stretches for that. So we're going to do something in the next 2 weeks that we're going to release. I want to remind everyone to please go to the video that we just released on hand, wrist, exercises for gamers part 2. It just came up today, actually. We just put that out. So go there and take a look at those exercises, and I'm sure they'll benefit you in some way, of course. The key for us in the gaming community is that it's so imperative that you really take time to do the stretches and the exercises to maintain your health, not only in your hands, but also be aware of your posture. And if you're playing a lot, let's say, 16, 18 hours a day, to really make sure you're taking a break every 5 minutes. The issue I find so often with many of the gamers that I take care of from all over the world is really just overplaying, what I call overcommitment. We all love gaming, of course, no matter what we're playing, but you really have to be mindful of how much you're playing. If you're having pain, if you're having swelling, if you're unable to move your fingers or wrist really well, then you have to do those exercises. You have to take a break sometime. None of us want to stop playing, but we have to be aware of our body's limitations. And more importantly, if you have pain, the old adage that we hear so often is no pain, no gain. Well, that's not true. If you have pain, pain is the way that your body is signaling you to say, hey, stop, take a break, don't do this, you're hurting me. So if you feel that, then you really want to reassess and step back and say, okay, yeah, I love the game, I love gaming. Even if you're a pro gamer, sometimes you still have to take a break to respect your body. And if you don't, your body will let you know. Well, besides Susan G. Komen, Race for the Cure today, raising money for breast cancer, my team and I want to talk about OSU today. So OSU is a very intense game that I've gotten comments about, and I want to talk a little bit about it. And also, I want to put out a request here. If there are any gamers here in Los Angeles who play OSU a lot, I want to do these videos either next week, actually not next weekend, the first weekend in April, actually, or maybe the second weekend. But I'd like to do it with an OSU player. Now, my team and I, we all play a little bit, but I really want to play with someone who's been doing it for a while. So if anyone's been playing OSU for a significant amount of time, if you're good or even not so good, I'd like to have you do the video with me so that we can have a real OSU player playing, and I can show you the things that you should or shouldn't do with respect to your hand posture. And then I also want to ask a true OSU player, which do you use? For example, do you use the pad and the stylus, or do you use the keyboard and the mouse when you're playing? I have the stylus now and the pad, for tracing out. It's still a very difficult game, because you can go from easy to normal to hard to insane. And even the easy one right now is really a challenge for me. But, learning, just started. Today was the second day, actually, that I've actually played. I've watched it quite a few times on YouTube. I like seeing. It's interesting, as a gamer's doctor, as much as I enjoy gaming, I find myself now really preferring to watch gamers and watch gaming and assess how they're playing to make them better versus them playing myself. I'm sure there'll come a time, I don't know when in my life, when I'll actually just maybe not play at all. I can't see that happening, but I know my family would prefer that I not play, but I love gaming, when it comes to Overwatch specifically. So let's. I want to hear from you all. I want to hear about especially from OSU players, It can be Overwatch, League of Legends, also Halo. Any of you guys, you have questions, I'll take those. But today, I really want to focus on the OSU community because I think they're a community of gamers that don't get a lot of love, basically. And I want you to know that I respect you and I want to learn from you. And more importantly, I want to share my strategies with you as an orthopedic surgeon, as a hand surgeon, upper extremity guy here in Los Angeles. I'm sure there's a lot I can help you with. So, but I have to hear from you all. So, so I have a few questions here that I'll look at. One is from G-Royd. Don't you have to do different stretches for both hands because your hands do different things? Well, you can actually apply the same stretches to both hands. Now, what you're referring to is the following. So there's some people who believe that you should do different stretches on your dominant hand than your non-dominant hand. I don't believe that. I think it's always better for us to do exercise for both hands, and also it's better, I always feel, to train your hands so that, for example, I'm definitely more left-handed than right-handed, but I've trained myself to do everything I can do also with my right hand, including right. So I think with gaming the same way, I think it's important that when you can, to try to use the mouse in your non-dominant hand sometime, try to use the keyboard in your non-dominant hand sometime. Not that you're going for increased skill level, but you're really going to increase the dexterity of your fingers, your hand, your wrist. So that's something to think about. But great question, G-Roy. So I got another one from Silver Dragon Knight BC. And also, don't forget, you guys, I want to know where you guys from. Like, BC, are you in British Columbia? I'd like to know where you guys are. That's always important to me. So Silver Dragon Knight BC uses a tablet and a keyboard. Okay, great. And G-Roy uses a mouse and a keyboard. And Captain E.T., tablet and a keyboard. Okay, interesting. What about this? When you guys are playing OSU, for example, I know what I've seen online, but I want to ask you all. When you're playing, are you hitting the X or the Z with your index finger on the left hand, or using both X and Z for index and ring finger? I just like to know. I have so many questions for you guys, especially about a game that I don't play a lot, but I'm still learning. Now, can you guys hold on 1 second? I have to move this camera. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Okay, that's it. Okay. Sorry, I'm sniffling today, guys. My allergies are going crazy here in Los Angeles, so I'm sorry for that. So I have another one from Fire in the Soul. This is no OSU player, but I've been watching your videos for about 18 months. And I just got to say, I love your attitude and positivity. Keep it up. Your dedication is second to none. Wow, thanks a lot, Fire in the Soul. I appreciate that. Well, I'm grateful to be a part of this community, and I have a lot of things that I'll be coming out with soon to offer to the community to be of great help, I think. More videos and some other things that I'm working on right now to help to maintain the gamer's longevity and to, more importantly, preserve our health of our hands, our wrists, our posture. Another one from Creative Self. I'm playing with the tablet and the keyboard. To me, it seemed like playing with the tablet puts a lot more stress on the hand than playing with the mouse. I would absolutely agree with that. I think it does also. I still need to hear from more players about which they think is the easier of the two to play with, the tablet and the keyboard. The tablet and the keyboard versus the stylus and the pad, along with the keyboard, of course. There's another from G-Royd. So I had wrist issues on my right mouse hand because I played OSU a lot and played tennis at the same time, so I had to quit. Any tips to avoid wrist issues? Yes. So the number one thing that I would say is to make sure you're doing the stretches. The stretches, especially from the new video I just put out, the Gamers video part 2 for hand and wrist, that'll really help you. The other thing, of course, is important is that when you're playing, if you start having pain, then you wanna stop. You literally want to just stop and back off and let your hands rest for maybe a day or half a day at least, and then do the exercise in the water, the warm water exercise that I've shown in the video. The critical thing above all is taking a break every hour. Take a break for 5 minutes. That's what I really want to share with you. And then I want to remind you guys too, at the Twitch TV broadcast, that's I had questions about that from quite a few of you. That's every first Saturday of the month at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The last time we had it, that broadcast, we had people interacting us with from Sweden, from Denmark, from I think it was Germany and Canada. It was really unbelievable. So grateful to be of service and happy to help. So Silver Dragon Knight BC. Oh, you're in the States. Okay, fantastic. Masaru, yo doctor, I'm from Germany as well. Okay, great to hear that. That's a beautiful country. SD Indy, Argentina. Guys, you know what? My nose is running so badly. Let me get something here. Hold on 1 second. I see one from Curlot. I've not really looked through all your videos, but do you have any videos on warming up your body before gaming? I play Counter-Strike. If you have any special warm-ups, by the way, you're in Sweden. Okay. Hold on 1 second, guys. I just have to do this. Sorry. Yeah, so the best thing to do, let me show you. There are a few things you can do when you start. Take a look at this. Right before you start gaming, you can just warm your hands up like this. Around. So around, this way, and close together. The key is you want to keep the surface area of your hands closer together. Every time you're away from the body, you lose heat. So keep your hands tight together. Just rub them like this. Back and forth, or circles, reverse circles. Just like that. Another thing is to hold your hands like this, just in and out. All right? So look at your fingers in and fingers out, just like this. So I would do maybe a set of 20 like this, and round for a set of 15, and back for a set of 15, and then up like this, back and forth for 15. So let me know if that helps you, Killer Lot. I hope it does. All right? Another question from Masaru. Masaru, and where are you from, Masaru? Just curious. Use the keyboard and the tablet here. All right. I wish you guys are all in Germany and the United Kingdom. I wish you guys was at least one or two of you here in LA, so I could do a video with you, specifically with the OSU players. Also, G-Roy, my middle finger is my single taping finger. Okay, got it. Sorry guys, my nose is dripping like a sieve here. I got another question here. Would you recommend using Adderall for gaming to increase concentration? I absolutely would not. I don't think it's great to use any type of drug to stimulate your ability to play when you're gaming. You know, a lot of the players I take care of drink a lot of caffeine, and they do a lot of these energy boost type drinks. I'm not big on those. Why? Because they bring you up to make you really, really, stoked out to play and really high intensity, and then they drop you off, and then you go into a place where you're more lethargic or don't have the same amount of energy. So using Adderall, no, I'm not a fan of that. Absolutely not. G-Roy, another question. There are players who alternate, but most players have one dominant finger. For me, it's the middle finger. Yeah, well, if you think about it, for most, it's the middle finger. For example, if you're playing Overwatch, for example, it's your. Or let's say you're playing Overwatch, using your left hand for the keyboard. So your middle finger is the W finger, the S finger is your ring finger, and the D finger is your index finger. All right, so that the middle finger I agree, it's a dominant finger, I think, for most who play games like that. Okay, next is from, Ian Meadows, most people use the index in the middle. Okay, now I have a question. So this is with respect to OSU, so you use the index finger and you're using that to hit the Z and the X. So is the Z finger the middle finger, and the X finger, the index finger? I'm curious about that on the left hand. So please let me know, guys. I really want to know this. Okay. And so Thomas says he uses the D and F middle and index finger. So let's see, D and F. Huh. Okay. And Nimrod's always use alternate. Mouse root's a preference. Okay. Okay, Spicy Hot Chili Gaming says the tablet is easier and more ergonomic. I don't know about that. I don't know if the tablet is more easy and more ergonomic. I still have to keep studying this game more. As much as I like it and like what it can do, I need to study more. Another question from Spicy Hot Chili Gaming. I find playing with the mouse is too strenuous on the wrist. Now I could see that if you're using the wrist, you definitely take more motion for the wrist. However, my thoughts are that if you're using the stylus here, if you're using a stylus, it's a lot more. I guess it would be more movement of your fingers, some with your wrist. You know what? I really have to see someone. I have to go back online and look at a few more. I've looked at quite a few videos. I don't know, maybe 70 or 80 plus videos. I have to look at that more. All right. Okay. Another question. Oh, Noku, Nokui from New Zealand. I have a friend who's in New Zealand right now. Actually, I think he and his family gets back today or tomorrow. Another question from Matthew Birds in San Diego. Hey Matthew. Let's go here. This Trevor Forbes. Hey Doc, just wanted to say that I play with my pointer and ring finger. But my ring finger joints get pretty stressed after long periods of play. Any tips? Yep. The first thing I would tell you if you're having a feeling that the finger is stressed out or hurting is to, here you go. Again, do this. Just up and down like that. Piano. Reverse piano. So here, piano, reverse piano. In and out. Down and hold. Up, around the world with the index finger, around the world with the middle finger, around the world with the ring finger, around the world with the small finger, open and close. Those should help you, all right? Let me know, Trevor Forbes. I would say do those twice a day for, I think, 5 minutes. That's it. Okay? All right, guys. Reshent, what else do you want to know about OSU? Anything you want to share with me? I'm in the game for learning. You know, I mean, if I'm talking about Overwatch, that's a different type of skill set I have. But when it comes to OSU, this is a very different territory. All right, guys, we're gonna go in a second here. I'm gonna go in about the next minute. I just wanted to connect with everyone today and say, hey, keep on gaming. You know, my favorite word is game on. Wow, I got a lot of questions here, though. A lot of questions. Well, you know what, guys? Be sure to send me your questions on Twitter or or even better, what about this? Why don't you guys reach me when we do the next Twitch TV broadcast, which will be the first Saturday in April. You know, you can go to YouTube Live and check out all the videos there. You can also go to YouTube Live. Go to the YouTube channel to check out some of the YouTube videos. If you guys have more questions, you can join me. Sorry, my allergy just killing me, guys. I really apologize. So I hope this has been somewhat helpful today. Sorry I don't have more time to interact with you. I have to actually get back to work. It's Saturday, but I'm still working. So that's it. Let me okay, yeah, I see that timer. So I'm going to go. I hope this was helpful. Let me know what you guys think. And let me know if you want me to do more YouTube Live where I can interact with you and take your questions. I don't mind doing that. I just have to, finding my time, my schedule to do it. Because, I am first and foremost an orthopedic surgeon. But, if I can help, I want to help, of course. All right. Take care, guys.